Alright. Oh, big stretch. Oh. Well, yeah, I wasn't really sure how to do this, but I've been wanting to get Bunny and Foon to play Kerbal Space Program for quite a while now, and yeah, this is where it begins. So, if you're interested, please watch along, and any suggestions are definitely welcome. I'd love to see some ideas for what people would like me to build, etc. Because I'm very, very versed in Kerbal. So, sit back, prepare your butts and all that. Let us see what happens. Okay, so, welcome to Kerbal. There's many buildings. Two of them are all you're concerned about. That one is the rocket building one, and this one is the aeroplane building one. For now, the only thing that will concern us is the rocket one. So yeah, we'll get these windows out of the way, but the main thing that we want to look at first is in the top left. All these different categories down the side, there are different ship parts categories. Fuel tanks, engines, command control, blah. You can read it. We're starting with pods. Pick probably the Mark 1 because it's the smallest and easiest to work with. It's just a nice all-round good beginner piece. You can use right click to look around, scrolling moves you up and down, and clicking the scroll wheel and moving the mouse scrolls you in and out. So first we're probably gonna want a fuel tank for this rocket because we're not going anywhere without any fuel. But oh yeah, then we need a decoupler before that. So you get a decoupler. This will split the ship once we've used up that tank, and we don't need it anymore because it would just be dead weight dragging us down. Of course, we're going to need an engine. We don't need a decoupler because the engine is taking the fuel from that tank. You know, the one works with the other, blah blah blah. Last thing, parachute, obviously. They're in utility. Once you're done and you feel happy, give it a name. Simples. And in the top right, one of them icons is save. I like to bring mine down and put these little like support things on because it makes it look like a cool rocket. Fucking. Oh yeah, staging. So your stages run from the bottom to the top. So at the beginning you'll start down the bottom. You want the red things to go, then you're probably going to want to fire your engine. Then by the time your fuel's run out, you're going to want to split the ship with the decoupler, and then use the parachute. So you can see when you hover over the pieces, it shows you which piece is what, and where it is. So yeah, once you're all good, click save, and click launch. So, yeah, there's many controls, stages down the left. Shift and control do your throttle. Most of the time you're going to be at max throttle for liftoff. T does your stability control, and R does your reaction control. You don't need to worry about the reaction control, but make sure you put that stability on with T. You want to turn to like the 90-degree angle as well. Which is basically just turn right. Whoops. Yeah. Fly! Now throttle down from 100% because the actual thrust that this rocket is giving me is way too much, so it's just wasting fuel trying to fight the atmosphere. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, you can proceed to look inside. You can actually control it somewhat from inside, but it's fucking hard. The moon! Everybody look at the moon. Everybody seeing the moon. for power! So now the tank's empty, we push space to engage the stage and decouple that. And then it flies off. Nice and gracefully. Try and see it out the window. Oh, almost. There it is! I see, boy! Don't worry, buddy! You'll make it! Oh. Oh. So, we are still going up. That AP signals the apoapsis, which is the highest point of our path of flight, so to speak. Which is, I think is just around 69,000, which is just around the border of space. Didn't do too bad. Up in the top left is time warp. There's a lot of time that needs to go by in Kerbal, so time warp is your friend. As long as you're careful with it. It can completely destroy you. You can see like the seconds are going a bit faster. We can't fully time warp because we're still inside the atmosphere, but you can go up to like 100,000 times speed. Like days pass in half a second. It's fine. Come on. Oh. Yeah, if you click EVA in the bottom right, you can get out and say hi. You gotta be careful though, of course, because like if I was just a little lower, I'd probably get torn off because the air would and the wind and yeah. Yay! Oh, yeah, the warning for time warp happens occasionally, and that up there shows your fuel and stuff, but since this thing only has electric charge and monopropellant, which is like a reaction control system, we'll get to that, don't worry. But that's where you can see your fuel. You want to wait before you deploy the parachute. We're going too fast, and we're too high. It would just tear the parachute a piece. A piece? Two pieces. See? Unsafe! Oh, risky. Safe. May deploy the chute when ready. Yeah! Just glide on down that sunny day. Time warp in. Don't try not to time warp into the water because I've died doing that before. But yay! Try science even though it's yeah. But yeah. First rocket launch. At the top, if you click recover vessel, it will bring your ship and your Kerbals home instead of just leaving them floating in sea. So yeah, just click done. That was the first rocket. It obviously gets very more complicated than that, but I challenge you. I challenge you. Meet me in orbit of Kerbin. I will put a craft in orbit, and you will dock to it. Should you accept? It will be multiplayer.